Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow and the DCU because we got some interesting leaks that have come out. Well, maybe they're not exactly leaks, but it's a first look at the logo of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and this is not the one we talked about the other day. It's something completely different. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. Okay, so we've got Comic-Con, it's on today. We're going to be talking about all the news that it drops later, so I thought I'd make this video. It might go out a few days later depending on what drops on Saturday. I'm recording this on a Saturday, but anyway, this is still relevant new news and it's because no one's really reported on it. So I wanted to talk about it and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it right now. So let's bring this up on the screen. So this is the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow logo that was included in IMAX's investor presentation. So this is a presentation that they made confirming what projects would be coming to IMAX, what projects are being filmed on IMAX. If you guys follow the link in the description below, you can see the full slate from 2024, 2025 and 2026 in terms of the films that are going to be releasing on IMAX. And so the most interesting point is, for all the other logos that don't have a current logo or don't have a set style, so if it's like a sequel, like a Star Wars sequel, or like Toy Story 5 or Mona 2 or something like that, they all have logos already. So for new projects that don't actually have previous logos already established, like Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, you would expect that it would just be Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, but no, they've actually included a logo. So the question is this the real logo that we're going to be seeing? Is this the House of El crest we're going to be seeing on the chest of Millie Alcock? So let's break it down. What is this logo? Well, the crest looks a bit similar to the original Supergirl logo that Melissa wore on her costume. Obviously, I'm talking about a crest. Sometimes I just confuse the two words up. But anyway, it has the same kind of font that Supergirl normally had. So I wonder if they've just altered that and they've added Woman of Tomorrow. That's definitely possible that they could have done that. Obviously, we wouldn't expect the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, you know, official design to be ready and posted online. So maybe, you know, they made their own choices. However, I do think it's interesting that they've gone for this and they haven't gone for something a bit more similar to the Kingdom Come inspired logo that Superman is obviously going to have, that being coming out in 2025. And also with this, you got the confirmation that Supergirl will be filmed in IMAX and is going to be released in IMAX. Now this isn't a surprise considering I think DC are going to go big with IMAX cameras, and you've seen the success that like Christopher Nolan has had with IMAX cameras, so why not try and do it a bit more for the big action films and the big superhero films. And so that's significant on its own that they are moving ahead behind the scenes. They've confirmed to IMAX, yes, we plan to film with your cameras. We want to release it in IMAX as well. So put us on your schedule. And this is what they presented to investors. And in terms of the logo, I mean, as I said, this is a nice logo. Like, it's a pretty simple logo. It's kind of what you expect from a Supergirl logo. I'm not really sure if we should be upset if it's not the same as the Superman logo. For me, I think logically it makes sense to have it be a bit different, have it be unique to Supergirl, only because if you've read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow in the comics, it's actually a journey about Supergirl defining her legacy away from Superman. So I wouldn't be upset if the logo was different. And also you have to remember the different branches of the House of El in the comics traditionally have different types of crests that are kind of similar. So the House of El logo would be very similar but slightly different for the different branches of the family. So that would make sense in terms of logic if you had to give an explanation for it. But yeah, I'm a fan of this. What do you guys think of this? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think it's just a re-edited Supergirl logo that they've just added Woman of Tomorrow onto it? Or do you think this is actually something that they've designed that IMAX requested from Warner Brothers, just like a quick mock-up of a logo? It doesn't have to be the final crest. Like, this might not be the House of El crest that we see, but I think it's interesting and I just wanted to bring it up in this video. But let's move on to our next topic. So this is still to do with Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, because Daniel RPK, who is my friend, he is very active online. He does lots of scoops, but basically he's been active and saying that apparently Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is going to be completing its casting in the next few months. Now this would make sense because we've heard rumors for a long time that Supergirl is going to start filming in the fall, and with Millie Alcock on board, she's playing Supergirl, we have the director. Now with the confirmation that it's going to be shot on IMAX, going to IMAX cinemas, it seems things are moving along very well, and it will be the second DCU project to be released. In terms of movies, of course, there's going to be other projects before. However, this is also the second one to be shot, and if they shoot this fall, that makes sense because Superman has only got a few more weeks left, and then James Gunn is done with that, so he can oversee Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, which makes sense because it's a big film and they're going to be building off of what they established in Superman. However, as I said, the comics make Supergirl a very different thing. I wonder if there'll be any retcons, but if they stay traditional to the comics, she will be kind of like her own hero, and this will be a very much so a solo movie just for now, and then she'll get more involved in the DCU later on. And so if Daniel is correct that the casting will be complete in the next couple of months, that means they will be ready to start in like October, November, so you can go ahead and, you know, actually get going with this. Like, yeah, it's not releasing until June 2026, but it's really good to have everything in the can much earlier. I think that is something that they're going to be trying to do so that they have time in post-production, they have time to probably promote it. Also, you heard recently, like, the reason that they didn't bring Superman to Comic-Con is they don't want to have like a promotional campaign that's like over a year long, because Superman's not coming out till next summer, despite them nearly finishing filming, and they've definitely got enough footage. So they're being very strategic with the way that they're doing things over at DC Studios. So that is that news in regards to the Supergirl casting. So that would basically be Krem, the main villain, unless they make any changes. I've heard rumors that maybe Krem could be replaced by Lobo, maybe played by Jason Momoa. I'm not really a big fan of that. I would prefer if they just went for Krem, because you've never seen that villain on screen before. And then also you have Ruthie. She's like an alien girl. She's Supergirl's companion throughout Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So she would be like maybe 16 years old, I guess. So those two roles would have to be cast. Obviously, we don't have to cast Supergirl, but for now, that means those characters will be cast in the next couple months if Daniel is correct. Okay, so let's move on to the final topic. This is coming from comicbookmovie.com. They have an exclusive talking about Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow and the casting process. And they've talked to Meg Donnelly, who plays Supergirl in Crisis on Infinite Earths, the animated films, and she had to say this: it was something that I really had to fight to get an audition because I wanted to be a part of it and be Supergirl in any way. That was a dream of mine, to be a superhero on screen as well. So I really fought for the audition, and the fact that I got it and they liked it and I was able to go and screen test, I was able to do stunts, do scenes on camera as Supergirl. That was really all I could ask for, and the fact that I was able to do it, I still don't really feel like it was real, so it was just an honor. I think that they're just going in a different direction, that's totally great, but everyone there was so nice and incredible. It was surreal how nice they were, says Meg Donnelly, and so that's good to hear that she is being graceful about it. Obviously, she didn't get the role in the end, but she was in the final three in terms of who was going to be playing Supergirl in the movies and in the DCU. So yeah, she didn't get the role, but she has played Supergirl and she continues to play Supergirl in the animated universe, which is more than good enough. But it would have been great to see her in live action. I think I did previously say to you guys that I would have liked to see her translate over to live action. And so we got a couple more quotes here from Meg. Meg says, "It was cool to get so close and hopefully be in the DCU in any way. That would be really cool. It was a great experience." So she is open to playing other roles. And she also said, "I think it's a case of waiting and seeing who ends up coming into the DC universe. I'm definitely keeping an eye out on that because I want to be a part of James Gunn's team in any way, as it felt really great." So now let's have a little theory time here. Who do we think Meg Donnelly could play in the DCU? I'm not really sure, but I could see her playing Power Girl. If they ever did Power Girl, that is Supergirl from Earth 2 in the comics. They don't always have to look exactly the same. Yeah, I guess it would make sense if you had Meg Donnelly play a doppelganger of her, but if it is a version of Supergirl from another Earth, that could make sense. Any other heroes? I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head, but I guess Power Girl would be my best bet. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If Meg does come to the DCU, what hero, what villain would you like to see her play? Because she's not going to play Supergirl, which is a shame, but she could play an alternate version of Supergirl. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if I rambled a little bit, but we had 3 separate topics and they all kind of linked together, all Supergirl related. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.